Hello. This is one of the favorite stories that my children love to listen. The Bear's Water Picnic. I hope you will enjoy it too. One fine spring day, the pig, the squirrel, the hedgehog, and the hen were making their way to the big lake at the edge of the forest. Hurry up, said the pig. We mustn't be late for the bear's water picnic. And when they reached the water, there was the bear with a large picnic basket and two straw hats. It's just the day for a water picnic, he said. After they had all said hello to each other, the bear showed them his special surprise, a raft he had made. Let's float out into the middle of the lake and have a nice quiet picnic in the sun, he said. Everyone was delighted. They all settled down comfortably on the raft and the bear gently pushed them away from the shore with a long pole. The raft glided smoothly over the blue water between the dark green lily pads. Soon they reached the middle of the lake. Just the place for a picnic, said the bear. There was something for everyone. Acorns for the pig, barley for the hen, hazelnuts for the squirrel, dead beetles for the hedgehog, and honeycomb for himself. But no sooner had they started to eat their delicious picnic than they heard a loud croaking noise. Oak, oak, it went. They put down their food and looked over the side of the raft. And there, on a lily pad, was a fat frog. Oak, oak, he went again. What a terrible noise, said the pig. He will spoil our water picnic if he goes like that. But that wasn't the worst of it. The hen pointed her wing at all the other lily pads. There was a frog sitting on each one, and they all started to go, oak, oak. What a lovely day for a water picnic, they said. May we join you? The bear carefully picked up the fat frog. We would very much like to share our picnic with you, he said. If only you would stop going oak, oak. But we can't, said the frog cheerfully. In that case, said the bear, I think we should move to another quiet part of the lake. The friends set off again, leaving the noisy frogs behind. They floated across the blue lake until suddenly, without any warnings, there was a great bump, and they all fell over on their backs with their legs in the air. The animals quickly picked themselves up and peered over the edge of the raft to see what had happened. We are stuck, they said. We've hit the sandbank, said the pig. They took hold of the pole and pushed with all their might against the sandbank. Then the hood stood on the bear's head and shouted encouragement. Push, push! But the raft wouldn't move. We shall have to stay here until we are rescued, said the hen. That might be hours, said the squirrel. We might run out of food, sobbed the pig. And they all sat down, looking tired and miserable. But the bear had an idea. One of us must swim to the shore for help, he said. But the shore was a long way away, and when they tried the water, it was cold and deep. So the hedgehog rolled up into a ball. The hen put her head under her wing, and the squirrel curled up inside the picnic basket. The pig looked embarrassed and said, Pigs can't swim. Like bears, said the bear. Then the bear had another idea. Perhaps the frogs will help us, he said. So they stood up and called for the frogs at the top of their voices. And soon the cheerful frogs began to appear, ork, ork, as they came along. The animals all started to explain at once what had happened. That's easy, ork, ork, said the fat frog, and all the frogs began to climb around the sandbank. At a sign from the fat frog, they all jumped into the water and made an enormous wave, which lifted the raft away from the bank. "We are moving," they said. As the raft drifted along, the grateful animals unpacked the hamper and offered to share their picnic food with the frogs. "No, thank you very much," said the fat frog. "You see, your honeycomb attracts flies, and frogs like flies better than anything." After the animals had eaten enough food and the frogs had caught enough flies, the frogs began to sing their "Ogg, ogg" song again. But this time, the animals were so happy that they joined in. As the sun began to set over the lake, the 5 animals and their frog friends drifted to the shore. "Time to go home," said the bear. "Come back soon for another water picnic, ogg, ogg," called the frogs. And they all agreed they would. I hope you enjoyed that story.